don't know the power of the dark side.
You guys have 75 minutes. So, thanks for tuning in to round 3. So, Thor, the number in parentheses, does include or exclude VI. Would you like me to do like a base pilot skill +2 for VI? I think it's probably easier and save text space if I do just you know, the total pilot skill. So going further, looking at the lists here, we have Peggy Brown on the left, and they're both 0-2. It's worth noting they had really crucial matchups earlier today. They did not want to indicate what they played against, but I know I watched Peggy's game last match. She played against Commonwealth defenders, so that should tell you a little bit about that. I really like Peggy's list here, especially look at the repaints on that. Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot to edit Jan's. Hers is a 8 naturally, so let me go ahead and update that real quick. Echo is a 7 because her base pilot skill is 5. So Echo is 7. You're right, Jan is 10. So Peggy has Ray with VI, Finn, Kane, and Jarrus, especially with the new Millennium Falcon title. It's so good. We were just talking about it earlier in round 1, I think it was, maybe 1 and 2. She got countermeasures along with a smuggling compartment, which is not something that I see to run all too often. And she's got glitter stim, which is great because Ray is really often deprived of action economy. And usually the only thing she likes to take is a focus token. So I can see why Peggy chose to bring glitter stim into it, you know, especially wanting to put damage in. And then she's got Jan Ors. Jan Ors, I'm pretty sure Echo's base 5. Let me double check. I could be wrong though. Oh yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Showed you how much I know. Let me go ahead and update that. Bam. So, yeah, thanks guys for correcting me. I'm sorry, I'm wrong. Okay, so everything should be updated now. Then she got Jan Ors as Ray's wingman. Jan Ors has VI, makes her pilot skill 10, engine upgrade, which is really interesting because you never really see that, but it's okay because she's got the Modi Cruel title here. Got twin laser turret, Neon Numb, which turns all the straight maneuvers green, and Moldy Crow, so she gets even more use out of that engine upgrade card. Beautiful, beautiful repaints. I'm going to see if she can give you a really good look at the end of the game here. As we go to look at Logan's list, he's got Rear Admiral Chiraneau. This is the list that won. I think this is the one that won the Omaha Regional. I'm not sure if it's card for card, but it's pretty close. He's got Chiraneau. Chiraneau's ability is really good because, you know, range 1 to 2, you can turn a focus into a crit. So Chiraneau's got VI, makes him a 10. And since he has initiative, he moves before both of Peggy's ships and shoots before both of Peggy's ships. Hotshot Copilot is so good because it strips focus, not necessarily strips focus tokens, it requires the defender or attacker to spend a focus token, if able. It's really good. I flew RAC with Ryad the other day at our league night. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. And he's got Gunner for Gunner shenanigans in case his attack doesn't hit, and engine upgrade to zoom around the map even faster. Then accompanying Chiraneau is Echo, also has Veteran Instincts at a pilot skill 8, which I think is rather comfortable for a TIE Phantom. Agent Callus is pretty standard. Let me find out. I think he probably calloused the Falcon, but I'll check in on that. Fire control system and then advanced cloaking device, pretty standard builds on the Phantom. So give me just one moment, I'll see who he chose to callus. Logan, who did you pick for Agent Callus? Yep, so it's pretty decisive to see who Ray's first, who Peggy's first target is. And the reason we're streaming 2 0-2s is because at this point in the tournament, it's still anybody's game going into round 3, but this is the deciding factor between who could possibly make a top appearance with MRV. So Chiraneau having, a fantastic dice result there. 3 hits and a crit. And Falcon, I'll touch on your question again. I chose to work with the TOs and work with them to see how many unique lists we could put on stream instead of streaming the same top list over and over and over again, because you're going to see them in the top 16. I'm going to try to avoid Commonwealth defenders and Palp aces and triple defenders and Dengaroo as much as I can, because you've all seen it. So, I want to showcase you guys something different, especially repaints. Such as good as Peggy's, and then Logan's got some detailing on his Decimator as well. But these two players are still able, because their MOV's pretty high too. So, and she did forget about Finn. Unfortunately, as much as I'd like to remind players of their quips, I cannot do so. I'm just a bystander. But Hotshot Copilot is really, really good. The way... Yeah, see, exactly. Exactly what Thor mentions. He says, I'd go for diversity on the stream anytime over seeing Palp defenders versus Palp defenders. And that's exactly why we're doing this. Because we want it on the stream. So taking some shots on the Decimator there, and it looks like Ray's going to go into the Decimator as well. This is where things are going to get really crucial. So she's going to remember Finn here, I bet. Yep, so she's adding the blank. She's going to re-roll both of those blanks with Ray's ability. Oh, and of course, she has no focus because Hotshot Copilot stripped it. And this is where Glitter Stim is really going to come into play against the Decimator. What she can do really well right now, depending on how she wants to fly Jan, she can do the S-loop, pop Glitter Stim, and still have a great opportunity to put a lot of damage onto Chiraneau, because I'm pretty sure he just lost 4 shield. So we will see how that goes. But I think she's made the right decision in going for the Decimator. Echo is going to have to try very, very hard to get into combat very soon, at least put damage on Ray. Jan Ors is going to be super tough, and I'm really shocked to see that she didn't give the Falcon an extra dice. Let me double check and make sure I have the ability right. Let's see, because I don't see. Yeah, she could. Yeah, she doesn't have any stress tokens. That's right. So she's got to have a stress token in order to have that ship roll 1 additional attack die. Which is cool, because especially I've seen a list with Jan and Miranda, and Jan would be able to stress herself and. Oh yes, sorry, Sutherland. To answer your question, I'm currently using Photoshop to develop my overlays. There are loads of tutorials showing you how to actually line up your overlay. Mainly, people do it for gaming, but it's the same principle. You just have to determine your camera angle and your play space, and then choose some sort of pattern that you want to include in your overlay and make it look good. On our YouTube videos, the only thing that's different this time is that we changed the text due to your feedback in rounds 1 and 2. It was kind of hard for you guys to read. And then we changed the tiles, I guess, so to speak. Our videos have a blue tinted tiling on them, and I think the orange and dark reds and blacks really match Dark Side Productions a little bit better than blues and whites and blacks. Just in my opinion, and of course I think the text pops a little bit better on them. So many tutorials. I'm using OBS currently to stream. It depends on what you guys want to do as streamers yourselves. I know Aaron Utley and the Nova Squadron guys do a lot of XSplit and OBS stuff. So I encourage you to develop your overlays and work with the software. And Draws, yes, I am using 2 webcams. No, I'm sorry, I'm using 1 webcam and a camcorder. So the camcorder is a 1080p feed. That's 60 frames per second. That's going to a capture device, which is going into my computer. And then I'm using Logitech C920 for the dice cam. That doesn't have to be super high res, plus computers have a tough time with anything more than one 1080p input. So the webcam is recording at 720p, and it's only needed for the dice cam. If I wasn't able to get the dice cam to work, it would be a crowd cam, and that would have been something to use as a stream saver instead of what I have already. But I'm so glad we got the dice cam to work, and I'm so glad that everybody's got good feedback on it. So I would like to see the 3 sloop from the Falcon, or even a turn here. I don't know if she predicted the decimator turning, but Jan Ors is definitely going to be able to put shots on. Yeah, there's that 3 sloop. And at this point, do you sloop? Yeah, I guess so. Don't think the Falcon's going to have arc though, which is okay. You're welcome, Southern, no problem. Yeah, I pretty much learned from watching everyone else on stream, and Aaron Utley's got an Amazon wish list. In my experience, follow his list. It sounds super expensive. You don't have to do everything one for one, but like his camera, the camera that I'm using is the same as the camera he's using. I went through a GoPro Hero 4, which is fantastic, but I was kind of not a fan of the leftover space on either side of the playmat. So then I went to a Canon like H or RF 700 from Best Buy. I didn't like how it performed in low light, so I took it back and got the Panasonic HD camera that Aaron Utley uses, and it's fantastic. I love it. So it's a bit of a startup cost, but if you're in love with the hobby as much as I am and want to bring games to your viewers and bring all this live stream stuff, then I absolutely 110% encourage you to do so. I've spent a lot of time and don't regret any second of it. I'm always learning. I'm always taking feedback from everyone and improving from there. So moving on here, as I mentioned, it doesn't look like Ray has arc on the decimator. However, she's going to get some shots off. I can't tell if she focused or not. I think Logan's going to try to bear down on Ray and get her down in health as quickly as possible. But with all those shields, I'm not sure if she's going to be able, if Logan's going to be able to effectively whittle Ray down. Just because Jan has TLT, and that's 2 damage every turn onto the decimator. So I think Peggy's going to have a really good round here going into the decimator. And it looks like Chiraneau's going into Ray. Yeah, he's going to Ray here. So nothing. He does get Chiraneau's ability to change that into a crit. Let's see if he does it. Oh, he's just going to gunner it. Doesn't even care. That's better. So 2 hits and he'll Chiraneau that for a crit. And she blanks, which is kind of standard, so she'll take 3 shield there. I believe that puts her down to 1. Nope. No shields, and she takes the damage. I can't tell what crit that is. What's that crit? Stun pilot. Okay, so her crit is stun pilot, which is an okay maneuver for Ray there. I mean, she can always disengage the decimator and go towards Echo. And I was playing against Phantoms, a Phantom rather, at League Night last week, and Hotshot Copilot against a Phantom is so good, especially when you're a higher pilot skill, because not only are you stripping a focus token away from Whisper or away from Echo, whichever that may be, then if you don't hit with your first attack, you have Gunner. I ran it with Vader, so I plink it with Vader, and then again, you know, roll good dice, and I ended up one-shotting Vader twice, or one-shotting Whisper once in 2 different games. So it looks like Ray is rolling here, spending the target lock, getting awesome hits on the Decimator, taking 4 damage, so that brings the Decimator down to 8 hull. If she can put 2 more damage on it, Decimator would be down to half hull. Yeah, so I think Peggy is going to want to possibly swoop again. Yep, there's 1 TLT shot. You gotta spend it. You gotta spend the focus, so you're getting 1 damage through. Yeah, you gotta take the Decimator down as quickly as possible, and she already knows. She's doing her thing right now, so doesn't have to spend a focus there. Taking another damage, so the Decimator down to 6 hull. So which way would I turn if I were the Decimator? Well, I don't know if a left turn is going to. Yeah, this is really, really bad for Logan here, because a 2-speed turn is very close to putting him off the edge. So if Peggy can predict which way he's going to turn, this is going to be really bad for Logan. It could end up being a potentially quick match, but it depends on how much damage Chiraneau can put onto Ray. I don't think so, Thor. It's going to be really close. I was just thinking, I'm like, man, that's the only way he's going to be able to turn around. Yeah, it's not looking good for Logan here. That's so close. It's so close. We will certainly find out. Maybe he's just going to accept that he's flying off the board and do a 1 forward and try to put shots on Ray. I have no clue. Either way, I'm not so sure that Decimator is going to last very long. Jan is currently stressed. I don't know. I think Peggy's going to want to clear her stress here. And yeah, Peggy's definitely going to want to clear her stress here, and might disengage Chiraneau and just go for Echo. I'm definitely not surprised to see this match go the way it has already. But it's either a really quick or a really long match with these 2 types of lists. And the fact that Logan has prevented Echo, not necessarily prevented Echo, but hasn't been able to get Echo into the fight is very crucial, because that's 4 extra dice per round of combat that he's not utilizing right now. And there's no way, I don't think there's any way Echo is surviving TLT and Red. So for things to go Logan's way, he absolutely has to take Ray down within the next 2 turns before the Decimator goes down. Oh man, K-Dub. Comment in chat says, I want to put a damaged engine on a Bosk with Hero Chewie after my Biggs died on a rock. He had a turn dialed in and 2 straighted off the board. That's nuts. Yeah, that's X-Wing for you, though. Hopefully that dice cam flicker isn't too intrusive. I mentioned last round that it kind of bothers me a little bit because it's, like, not perfect how I want it to be, but it's doing the job, so I will absolutely accept it. Yeah, why not? I totally agree. I think he was very aggressive with Chiraneau. I mean, he has to be, but he also made the incorrect decision to joust Ray and Jan, knowing full well that he's going to take a lot of damage. So, I mean, it's okay. It could be that, you know, he's only 0-2. Yeah, and that 2-turn does put it off. That's tough. That's really tough. Was the right gonna fit? Was the right gonna fit? The 2-turn to the right? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, and that was, I mean, he was definitely thinking what the chat was. Chat said, hey, 2-turn left could make it, but it did not. It's just too fast. Too fast. So, I think that's pretty much how the entirety of Logan's day has gone. Not necessarily of him flying the ships off the board, obviously, but just unlucky at times. So, I hope they both decide to play it out, because this is probably one of the more intriguing matches I've seen so far today. And I don't think Peggy was anticipating on that Decimator flying off the board. I know we all weren't, pretty much, but it's tough. I mean, to be honest, I was expecting Echo to fly off the board before Chiraneau did, to be honest. But as far as bringing people who are like 3-0 right now, I have to see the lists that they're flying and talk to the TOs about what we think would be the more fun list to broadcast and have you guys watch. But I know Philip Horney is 2-0 going into round 3. I know the TOs are wanting to put him on stream, but they're also thinking he's going to make top 16. Problem with top 16 is there could be a lot of players that I'm like, oh, I want to have them all on stream, but I can't get them on there because I don't have that many cameras and get that many games. So they're debating about something. Let me find out what it is. I'll be right back. Logan was just making sure that Jan was not attacking, that Ray was attacking. So, Jan takes a Jan's super good in this list. I mean, Peggy had to have had a serious round 1 matchup. I mean, the round 2 matchup wasn't the best either. But Jade can take stress, and then if Ray is at range 1, she's rolling up to 6 dice. Well, not rolling, but she'll total 6 dice. Because 4 for range 1, plus Finn adds a blank, plus Jan will add an additional 1, so that's a total of 6 dice. Wow, and Whisper being dodgy, doing Whisper things. I'm sorry, Echo. Echo, Jesus. Yeah, Nervous Sam, you'd think that, but then again, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Yeah, you'll definitely see plenty of that. Yes, that's the whole point. Definitely tune in and get some more enjoyment out of different lists other than Palp plus 2 other ships or 3 defenders or something. And even then, it's not always quality play. It's just like they're on autopilot or something. Exactly. Oh, they're of course fun lists. I mean, there was a player here running a Star Viper. If a person is having fun playing that list, it's a fun list. Unless, why not? You're talking about meta lists not being fun lists. So, Crit's going through there. Yeah, so Ray critted there, and she rolled a crit on a major explosion, so she didn't suffer an additional crit damage. Yeah, definitely. So it's a one-day event. We're on pace to do top 16 because we have 6 rounds of Swiss. So we'll definitely see some top-tier lists next round. I know for a fact that I'm really wanting to push for a 3-0 on 3-0 or 3-0 on 2-1, or 3-0 on 3-0 or 2-1 on 2-1 next round. And I also, why not, in the chat says lots of folks don't like being on feed or whatever for reason too. And we ask all the all the players both at the start of the event and the start of each round if they're okay with being on stream. If they're not, then I'm not going to stream them on camera, but this gives the player an opportunity to go back, watch the post-production videos, and say, hey, I didn't do this when I should have done that, or I'm going to do this next time instead of that, and yada yada. At a regionals, it's really tricky, and if you weren't here last round, I said this is my first streamed regionals event. I've never done this before. I have experience streaming events, like our local tournaments and whatnot, but I never really, I don't talk during them. I put a mic on the table, and the videos will consist of table talk. And then, if I have time, Jake and I will go in and add some commentary onto it or whatever, if the video needs it. So it's a lot of fun though. I generally I like to take criticism seriously. In this case isn't really criticism, showcasing 2 0-2 lists. I mean, at the start of this round, both players still had decent MOV, to which if they win out, they can still make the top cut. I mean, the meta is really diverse. Plus, I mean, I care about repaints. People like mods and repaints, so why not showcase that? I mean, it's something better than a picture, so you can see something more in depth. That's just my opinion. Belinda mood, since I like watching myself lose over and over. But you're learning though, right? That's the important thing. Yeah, definitely, K-Dub, we will not be watching 0-3 players next round. That's just like, extension of futility, I suppose. So Ray has 5 hull remaining. Echo is down to 3 total damage, 1 shield and 2 hull. And I think Echo's going to take some more here. Yeah, so I am very okay with different YouTubers and different streamers doing their own thing and doing different things. And as I'm watching Peggy here, wondering what she's doing with her temple there. That was kind of weird. And I don't like really seeing people change their whole style of originality just by listening to people tell them what to do. Like, you know, that was really bad in other types of games. Like, well, you should do this or you shouldn't do this, and people would roll with it. Like, no, it's the internet. You know, you don't have to listen to what the internet says. You do you, boo boo, is what people like to say. And that's the most important thing too. But back on track. Jan is firing TLT into Echo. Echo is taking a damage there. Oh no, because is that a focus token? Wait a minute. Let me check it on that after this round of combat. Interesting. So those were both natural evade rolls from Echo there. I thought there was some miscommunication between Echo with Agent Callus and on Ray. So that's my bad. Yeah, going forward into round 4, definitely you're gonna see some top lists. I can't tell you what you're gonna see, but you're gonna see something. This is probably the last bit of low MOV matches that you're going to see. Almost up to 60 viewers, which is fantastic. I haven't posted onto any of the Facebook groups in a while. I'll probably do that at the end of this round to make sure those who are getting back from their kids' soccer games today, if they're playing or whatever, however that works. Yeah, at the beginning of December, it seems legit. You never know. You know, some kids play indoors, soccer, hockey, whatever. And here in Michigan, you never know. So I think Jan's gonna probably just 2 turns. I mean, she does have engine upgrade. So either way, Echo's not going to have a fun time the next couple of rounds. Another interesting tech that I've seen a ton, you know, I don't know what's more popular, Agent Callus on a Phantom or Intelligence Agent on a Phantom. I feel like I see more Intelligence Agent, but I guess it depends on the build. I've also seen people fly off the board a lot with Echo. A lot. As Logan puts Echo at the very top of the screen there, he is close. But I think he's had his fill of flying ships off the board for this game. Ray's very possibly going to do a 3 bank here, I think. And as Logan chooses his action, he's really got to be careful here because Echo has 1 shield and 2 hull armor. As we're approaching the 40-minute mark in time remaining, I see there are a few players trickling out of their matches, which is not exactly surprising, but it's kind of unexpected at this point, considering either they went, like the top tier list went against somebody who had not such good games, like the 2-0 or the 2-0s got matched up against 0-2s, perhaps. I don't think it should have happened, but there could have been an instance to where it could have. They are using Cryodex, which is a fantastic software, so I don't think that was an issue. You see Jan checking for a target lock there. Doesn't have it, so she's just going to take a focus and keep a hold on it with Multi-Pro. So she's going to rely on Ray here to get some shots on to the Phantom. Looks like they're going to be out of range. Yeah, they're going to be out of range for Jan Ors to use her ability, which is no big deal. Because Ray's going to be rolling 3 dice plus adding a blank for Finn and re-rolling set blank. So I think she is debating on what to take for action. She takes a target lock. I wonder if she's going to glitter stem here. I'm going to have to ask her how many times she got glitter stem off today. It seems like it's the same thing with countermeasures. It seems like it's those one-ofs that, yep, she's popping glitter stem here. Okay, so she's going to get 3 dice to Echo, plus Finn. Echo can definitely survive this, but Peggy's done a very good job at controlling that area of the board. It's unfortunate that Logan flew the Decimator off at such an early point in the game, and but that's how it goes. That's X-Wing. Logan's definitely going to learn, and he could very well go even today, just from learning how to fly against these particular lists that he's seen so early in the day. But it depends on what he plays. There are a lot of really strong lists that have lost both of their matches already. Either due to MOV or just what have you. I don't have their previous round records in front of me, so I can't tell you there. But again, you got the day off, you're playing X-Wing, have fun. So the order of operations here, she rolled 4 dice. She's out of range for Jan Ors'. Oh no, Jan Ors is 1 to 3. Disregard. I'm sorry. That's my fault. I thought Jan Ors' ability was 1 to 2. So she rolled 4 dice, added a blank with Finn's ability, re-rolled it with Ray's ability, spinning the target lock here, which I don't agree with because she had glitter stem anyway, so why she wouldn't. Oh, unless it was too late. No glitter stem? Okay. Okay. So she decided against using glitter stem, which was very interesting because that's the game right there. Very interesting. I thought she used glitter stem when she put it in the dice tray. But I'm glad we can see all of those dice results clearly. That was definitely my goal for this event this weekend. As we're approaching the 35-minute mark now in time, Logan is down to 1 hull point left on Echo. And, of course, some players will be like, oh, I conceded or whatever. I don't agree with that, especially at a regional event. but it just depends on the player. If you don't want to play, then by all means concede. You know, even if you're fighting a losing battle, you know, something could happen and something could go your way. You just never know, and you rid yourself of those chances by conceding early. And I don't agree with that. You know, especially you're paying money to play at a regional event that you traveled possibly hours to get to. You might as well play every minute that you can. There's no reason not to. So I think the one of the only bad things about the dice cam in general, in this particular instance, is that players kind of forget to clean up the dice. It's not a big deal. I kind of forgot to remind them, like, hey, once you're done rolling, just clean up your dice. But I mean, it's not intrusive. In this case, we can all see where Jan's going to go. At least I hope. And it shouldn't affect it the rest of the match. So I'm just so excited that it looks as good as it does. Didn't take anything to do it either. So for those of you who are interested in how to do it, there's a tutorial to add a green screen into OBS for those YouTubers who like to place themselves into their video gaming videos. It's the same principle here, except of course we're dealing with green dice in this particular case, so I can't use any green colored material. So I took basically a shoebox lid, lined it with blue painter's tape, enough that it would mask out the discoloration of the lid on the underside. And then I adjusted the filter settings for that particular dice cam in the chroma key in OBS. Selected the color of the dice tray, and bada boom, bada bing, you see dice magically in front of you, you know, without having to be too intrusive and include a dedicated dice camera for it. So it keeps the post-production down, which is great because I don't have a lot of time to do it anyway. And I think it looks good, personally. So. But yeah, you notice it'll flicker occasionally. That's just because the way the players move sometimes, their shadows kind of interfere with the dice tray itself, so it'll go in and out slightly. It's not too invasive either. So I think Jan is still going to be out of range, possibly from Echo there. It looks real close, real close. Can't tell. Yeah, Ray's going to one forward. I'm not sure if she's going to be within range for Jan. I can't tell from here. It doesn't look like it to me. Either way, Ray could very well have Echo in arc, and that's ultimately going to be a game because I don't see why at this point she wouldn't pop Glitter Stem. And this is a good thing too. Like you can really so if Peggy wins out and goes to top 16, and everyone was all like, "Oh, I didn't want to watch a match between two 0-2s." And then you can say you watched a true underdog story. A lot of speculation. Just me. So, Peggy is deciding what to do with Ray here. Is she? Is it popping? Alright, she's popping it this time. She's definitely popping it this time. So, as we determine whose dice are whose, Ray is going to have the first shots into Echo. Logan does have half points on Ray. Oh my goodness. So yeah, was in range for Jan's ability. Glitter Sim will pop those. She's going to reroll those 2 blanks. And she's got a target lock. Oh yeah, she's got a target lock, so she can reroll those 2, add a blank with Finn. Oh! No, she can't. Yeah, she can. She can reroll those 2 blanks with a target lock, add a blank with Finn, and then reroll that blank with Ray's ability. So, potential 3 blank rerolls there. Yeah, and that's what they're discussing now. I don't think the order of operations matters too severely here, as long as those 3 dice aren't re-rolled again. So it looks like target lock here. Yep, can't re-roll that blank dice. Yeah, and they're calling it there. So that will do it. Peggy defeats Logan. Man, it's just tough losing the Decimator in the way that he did. But Logan will be able to recoup, I hope, and finish even. We'll see. Yeah, that's good. Look at that repaint on that Falcon. Just... Oh no, there goes her base. Boom exploded. Yeah, I think that Falcon looks really good. I think the Hawk looks great too.